let's understand what we have discussed so far, and then let's focus on RLS. Okay, what is RLS? So, I mean, yesterday what we discussed, I just remember that we discussed external tools. Okay, and how to showcase in interview, DAX Studio, ALM Toolkit, and tabular editor, right? So and apart from that, whatever we have learned, I think you just go to my visuals. Yeah, I remember, visuals. For each visual you put some tagline, rapid fire round. You just take your one of your friends, you can join one of your friends and ask them like how they are learning, and play with them, guide them, and just tell them that you need to prepare this, you need to prepare that. That's how I'm getting interview calls. In interview calls, they're asking like this, you should be focused on this, so you can also learn with them. Okay, it's a win-win situation. You win, others should win. Okay, so that's how you are, there are more chances to get the job. That's what I did. It's my pure experience. I'm not telling to, just only for my reference. I'm not playing any game for you, game with you. Trust me. Okay, you need to work with one of your mate. Okay, so that person is like, almost, think like you, and they should be, better than, and I mean in terms of uh, interest, or in terms of commitment, you should be better than you, so that once you're moving towards the goal, then you will also realize, you will also check yourself. Now that person is moving on, so I should also move, right? So that is the main criteria, or the logic behind the, referring the other person, who is, I mean, who joined after you, and he's also, pacing towards the goal, and you'll also suggesting him, and you'll also move towards the goal. So that is the, logic. Okay, so that's where I used to get the law success. Then that's where I've been maintaining my friends and, colleagues. If I get any issues, then I'll discuss. If they are getting issues, they'll discuss with me. So that's the, kind of environment you should build. That is the main motto for this WhatsApp group. Okay, so any technical issue in future, you're always, connected. You're not alone here. Okay, so now RLS, here RLS can be defined in many ways. First one is static RLS. Okay, static, and the dynamic, dynamic, and then the object level. Okay, object level RLS, and then the page level RLS. Okay, so you might hear about these two things, but yes, there are other two things also there. I will explain these two things, and there are workarounds, but first you need to understand these two things best, then only you will understand this. Okay, first of all, what is RLS? Row level security. What is this? Row level security. Okay, so there are records. Okay, there are sales records, your records, my records. Okay, your records show to you only, not to me. Okay, my records show to myself, not yours. So the row, we all records are on the same table. Okay, our superior can see all the records, but when it comes to the same level, okay, and based on the role that they defined, so that role person, specific person, should see their data. Okay, so that is called row level security. I will show you, uh, yeah, I will show you step by step. Okay, I will show you step by step. First understand the, the concept, and then we can just look forward interview questions, and then look forward the real time scenarios. Okay, first, what is static row level security? So let me open the pbx file. um, let me open this one. Okay, static is very simple. You will define that role in the model. Okay, so roles are created in the model. Remember this. roles created under model view. Okay, model view. Okay, so let that open. Okay, so here I need to choose one of the page, nice page. Okay, or we will create another page, that's fine. Okay, so I'm going for the data table, and then let me take easiest one is the region table. Okay, region data, and sales amount. Okay, so first I'll show you with very basic one, and then uh, you can then you realize what exactly mean by that. Okay, now I have a region and the profit. Okay, so each region there are couple of region managers are there. Okay, so Asia region manager should see Asia data, Europe manager should see Europe data, North American manager should see North American data. As a CEO I should see everything. Okay, so that is the criteria, that is the requirement. Just imagine, if you understand this concept, you will understand what is dynamic role level security. If you understand, then all the things step by step come. First, you should understand role level security. What is your role and how that role is working for this data. So the report is the same, but it is working differently for each person based on the role. Okay, if assume that there is no row level security, you need to create a report for each person, and there should not be any, you might be updated for one role but you might not be updated for another role. There will be conflict, right? So but because of the row level security, with a single report you can showcase differently for different person based on the role. Now I'll show you practically. Now, very simple, I'm going to create a manage role. Okay, under modeling view, and I'll create a role. Okay, what table we have taken? We have taken this data and we are going to filter it for region. Okay, so um, first of all I need to have that names. Okay, let me cancel it, I'll come back. I need to have the spellings. Okay, Asia, okay, Europe, North America. Let's create a North America. Let me take this, copy value, and I will put it here. Okay, and I will also take this Europe, copy value. Spelling should not be any changes, otherwise it won't work. So we should take into some notepad or something. Now let me go back again. Let me create the role. First role is I'm going to create Asia. You can write any name here. Asia, this is just a name, a role, or Asia manager role. Okay, like that. And that we have taken it from data one table, and here you have taken that in the region. So here you should write that value Asia. So as it is a text, it's a DAX form, DAX expression. So it should be in the double quotes because it's a text. Okay, if something goes wrong, then you will get some error, but it is saying that there is no error. Okay, so then save it. Okay, now now if I go and if I check with Asia user, I should see only this line, right? So I should not see Europe and North America. So how can I test that? Yes, we can test it. Then there is an option called view as. If you click Asia manager and click OK, now you see we are viewing as a Asia manager. Then if you go back, now you see you should see only Asia data. But whenever you stop it, you will get everything. Okay, so that means the static role is working. Whichever the role that you have created, it's working. Okay, but who are there in that role, I will tell you later. But for now, Asia role is working. Let me create one more role. Okay, so manage role again. So by the time you should know how to create the role. Okay, I'm just doing all these things. Europe role, Europe manager role or Europe sales executive role, Europe role, whatever it is. Okay, so here you can do one thing. You can also duplicate this and saying that you can just change this to Europe. That is also possible. You can just ROP Europe. Sorry. Then I can say I will remove this to NA, North America. Okay, this is North America role. And if you come here, if you just see here, you need to put North America. That's all. It's easy. Okay, this is North America. Now if you go to Europe, here we have this is we have created manually. So again, you need to go to that same filter, same region. Where is that region? Region, and then you put that Europe now. EU. If the spelling is wrong, then it won't work. EUROP, Europe. Okay. Now, once you are confident that it is working, first let's test that. Okay, let's test that. All of them you can test. Okay, first let's go to North America and then go and check. North America working fine. Come back. As a role, Europe, it's working fine. Right, Europe data, and come back and Asia we have already tested, and then remove it. None. Okay. Now you see it's gone. Now you can improve your report. Let's say now I want region by um, let's say manufacturer by sales, or you put that in the matrix, something like that. Okay, so this is also one visual you can create. Okay, or you can put the region here, and that is there. Okay, so this is also one of the visual you can create, or you can create, but that should relate to some kind of region. It's not mandatory that you should only always keep the region somewhere in the visual. Okay, it's not mandatory. Okay, now you will also put some total sales in a card. Okay, in the card, so this is total sales. Okay, so you will also put some total profit. Okay, okay, so some, yeah, perfect. And then the count of products and all those things that you will create. Okay, count, product count, order count, that something like that. You can see product name, you will take it here and putting on the card, taking into account or count distinct, whatever it is. Okay, okay, count of products. So but again, let me test. Okay, let me go on one more time. I will show you. Okay, so now first I just tested each role. That role is working, but now if I again test it, North America role, now see all these things are changed. Even this is also changed. Only you are seeing North America, and the sales is total sales for North America, total profit for North America, total count of products for North America. Okay, so likewise, so first you need to test that simple one. Okay, take a single that column where you are creating that DAX role. Okay, static role. First take that with one of the measure and test it, and then improve your visuals. Okay, that is one way. If it is already developed and you are implementing, then that's okay, it will work. First of all, you need to test that whether it's working or not. Start with small. Okay, and then make it you know complex step by step based on the requirement. Right, first you take one and then test it, and if it's working, then you add your visuals. Now if you go to this is 33. Now if you go to another role, then it should work for different. So you should see this. Okay. Now this is different. Now what happened? This is not yet over. This is just creating a role. But then we need to save this as a static RLS. Save as, save into April, and name should be stat. Okay, so I'm just saving this as a static RLS, and I can remove all of them if I want. Okay, because we are unnecessarily duplicating the things. So anyway, that file, the separate file is actually there. So let me rename this RLS. Okay, static RLS. Okay, yes, RLS. A lot of pages looks like. I'm deleting all of them. I can hide them, but that's okay. Well, unnecessarily size will increase. Okay, we are only testing RLS, not everything. Yeah, you can keep couple of images to check. Every page should also work. Now that's what. Now let me show you again. So this we have tested here, but what about other pages? Other pages also should work. Okay, let's say page 7 is there. What is there? This is a Q&A. So let's remove this. I don't want this. Okay, so here page 6 is just empty, and then we are deleting this. Page 5, this is I don't know what is this, but let's remove this. Okay, custom tool tape, this is okay, you can keep it. This you can keep it. Okay, um okay. Now you see, now let me go back and implement one more time role. Let's check in other pages. North America. Okay, now going back to this. Now you see this is changed. Okay, now you can go and check all of the pages. They should change. See, North America only it's filtered. Okay, so this data, everything is filtered to North America. How do you know? If you hover over and filter, you see channel is result, but it is not showing that it is filtered because it's a row level security. It's not a visual level filter, right? So that is the reason you don't see that filter here. It is filtered in the model itself. Here itself, it's filtered. Now let's say there is a require. I'm going little deeper. Okay, let's say you might be implemented any security, but one of the visual, it should not be part of the security. That visual should be show everything for the same, everybody for the same. Is that possible? This was an interview question. Okay, let me repeat the question again. So there should be one visual. That visual should be same for everybody. That visual should not be part of that row level security. Okay, so is that possible? The answer is yes, it's possible. You need to create a separate table which is not part of that model relationship. Okay, so if you just take any of these tables, orphan tables, and you create the visual, and that visual will not be filtered based on the role. Okay, because this is just not have any relationship with this role table, what the data one table. Okay, that this table. Okay, with this table, if there's no relationship, because we have created filter based on the region, right? Okay, so this is if it is a single table that you're, yes, if it is a model also, you will take a dimension, and based on the dimension you will create the DAX function, and based on that it will filter the fact table. Okay, so we will go deeper step for the, now you understand one requirement, that if if at all, if any visual not part of that RLS, you can create it with the orphan table. What is orphan table? Which is not part of the relationship. Okay, now let's publish this. Now game is not over. You just configure the roles. Okay, you just configure the roles. But who are the role? Who are which? Who is belongs to what role is not yet finalized. Okay, who is belongs to what role is not yet finalized. So let me publish this. Save it and search for Mahinder. Yes, select this and I'm publishing it. So the game is here. So everybody knows that RLS means go and create the model and roll and test it and it works. That's fine. That's all. They will end there itself. But that is not the end. The real work is remains there. So the real work is this. Okay. App.powerbi.com. So because I just published there and I need to go to that Mahindra workspace. Okay, this is the one. Yes, and refresh, double click so that I'll get the latest one first. The down order, descending order. Okay, let's open this. Now this is working. Okay, but see there are a lot of pages also there. That's fine, but the game is go to datasets or all and again refresh. Now you see this one, the dataset. Go to three dots. This one, security. Okay, why I'm keeping pressurizing this? You should remember this. Under dataset security, you need to come and then here also you can test by the role. Okay, in the service. Okay, whether this is working properly or not. So if you click on that, it will just work only for Asia. See Asia. Now viewing as Asia role. Now you can change it to a Europe role. See, it's working. This is not yet over. Okay, this is just testing. Okay, now you can go back and then apply. And now what you can do? You can go back to RLS. Here, someone for Asia, someone for Europe, someone for North America. Okay, that's what I need to give. But let me give. Okay, let me give few of them. Okay, so Sharath, Ajit, okay, Ankaraju, they are all part of Asia. Okay, let me add them to Asia and let me go to this role. I'm saving it. So Asia, four users are there. Now Europe. For Europe, let me just check Sai Krishna and Suresh had. Okay, North America save. North America, Hussein, Africa, and Ishwar, Gangadhar. Okay. So I've just saved. Okay, but now you can log in and check who are all belongs to what role, and then check the role. I don't think it will work, but I need I am asking you to just log into the Power BI service and ping your role and then the screenshot here in the chat box. Okay, so that everybody should understand whether that is working or not. So who are all? Ishwar, Gangadhar, Govind, Harika and Hussein for North America, Europe for Ajit, Sai Kiran and Suresh. In Asia, Ajit, I will remove this guy. Okay, because he is part of two roles. Okay, yeah, you can test that also. That is also one other case, but it's a testing phase. Okay, so now we need to check whether the rules are working or not. I don't think they will work because there is one more trick here. Okay, they could not work the, because if anybody can share so that others can understand, just log into that report, static RLS, you will see and where you can see in my workspace. You will not get it into any of your workspace. You can go to this workspace and open this report. Okay, and for you it should look differently. and I want this screenshot. Okay, so I'm not part of any role, so I'm just taking the screenshot. Okay, I'm just showing you what to do. Where is the screenshot in my laptop? Mm. So you ping me like this here. So I am not part of any role. Okay, so, and then you can paste like this, so that you can understand. Okay, he is not part of any role, so you can see like that. But whoever is part of any other role, anybody active right now and they want to test themselves, just tell me your name so that I can add you in any of the regions, so that you can log in there and you can ping there directly. This is the real time testing. Okay, this is what you really understand. Any active participants who can test themselves? Okay, now I'll tell you. Maybe looks like everybody's joined from the phone, so this is not the way to learn. Okay, but yeah, Mohammed, Samir, Samir, let me add you, Samir. Great. Um, let me again go to data set security again. Just observe this. This is very very important. Okay, so Samir, I'm adding you in Asia. Test it and tell me how you can see your image. Raju, are you ready, Raju? Rajshekar, 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 you are Europe. Rajshekar, Rajshekar. I've added you, Rajshekar. Please test that. Hussein, very good. You are so sharp. Yeah, correct. See, Hussein is part of one of the role, but still he can see everything. Why? What happened to our roles? Our role is not working. Yes, why it is not working? Yes, it will not work. Okay, it is correct only. It is not working. The reason is he is part of my workspace. Now, Hussein, you ready? I'm going to do one magic. Now you need to test again. I'm going to Hussein and I'm removing him for now. Okay. So Hussein, now again test please. I removed you. Let me check. Yeah, removed. Yeah. Now you can check. Okay, okay, Raju. Okay, let me add you there in one of the roles. Hussein, I'm waiting for your testing. Okay. Uh, okay, Raju, you are part of North America. Test that. One more visual. I can't see all. Yeah, great. This is the one. I know you are seeing the same, right? But you should. Is this the same? No, you have to give the other image. You're seeing all. No, you should not. Ankaraj, okay, let me check Ankaraj. Let me remove Ankaraj also from the work. So refresh it, okay. Let me remove Ankaraj from the workspace. Remove, okay, and Hussein, let me check Hussein is there. Let me remove Samir also. Whoever is ready to test, please check now. You need to, okay. You are already in the workspace. So just close the tab and I will give you the link, report link. Okay. So then only you need to test. Should not be, you should not come to this report. Okay. I will share this link. You need to check on this link. Okay. Take this link into a different um, this thing. Okay. You click on this. Um, Ankaraju and Samir and whoever is active users testing, Just click on this link, copy this link and paste into your this thing, and then test now. It should work definitely, because you are already in the workspace. Though I removed, you are just handling that old access. You should close the browser. Okay, first thing, you should close the browser, copy this and paste into your browser. Otherwise I will do one thing. Okay, have two other sorry, two other browsers I have opened. I will show you here itself. Okay, x.rls. Okay, x.rls password is something else. Okay, see, this is, I'm going to add into one of the roles. Okay, there will be one more browser I have opened, app.powerbi.com. So here I'm going to use y.rls. Okay, perfect. So two, x and y, there are two. I will add them into two different regions. Okay, they are not part of my my workspace. Okay, so I'll show you directly right away. So let me go back again, make sure x and y is not there. Okay, x and y is not there. Perfect. Now let me go to that data set, refresh, static data set, go to security, and Asia is going, I'm going to add x. Okay, so add, and Europe I'm going to add, save Europe, I'm going to add y, save. Okay, these two are I just created yesterday for to give you a dynamic RLS, but let me check with the static RL also. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go and check that report in this browser. Okay, let me copy this, where I can copy, I can copy here. Okay, I can see now the perfect to send. That's great. This is great. Okay, okay, I can see only Asia. Perfect, Ankaraj. That's what it is. Now I can also show you here for everyone. Okay, copy link. I am going into two different browsers. This is for home. This is for X, morning X, good morning X. Okay, I am going to test under this browser. Okay, so now you see he is part of Asia. Perfect. Now let me go to this other one. Okay, so y is part of other region. So let me also do it for y. Open new tab, paste it. Now make sure is a y. This YRLS. Now you see is part of Europe. Perfect. So this is how static row level security will work. Now let's move to dynamic row level security. We are clear how start the conditions you need to understand. Now let me make you viewer role. Will that work? Let me check. Okay, so people are doubting whether viewer role can work. Okay, uh, okay, Samir and Ankarazu, I'm going to add you back and you need to test again as a viewer role. Okay, both of you, you I'm asking to test again because I'm adding you as a viewer role. Can viewer role have that RLS? Okay, Samir and Ankarazu, viewer role. Now refresh your browsers and let me know. Ideally it should not work. That's my thing. Let me also add my XRLS. Okay, that is also there, right? So XRLS I will add, and let me go to this good morning X. Yes, good morning X. Let me refresh. Okay, viewer is also working. Let me again go back to the workspace. No, not workspace. I should see that workspace, right? If I add, if if I am part of that workspace, I should see that workspace. Yes, I got this workspace. Let me go to that viewer role. See, viewer role cannot see the data set. Wow. Okay, that's fine. Refresh or static role. Oh, perfect. So viewer role is also fine because viewer role cannot see the data set. Okay, this was actually a conflict, and one of the interview I strongly oppose that. No, no, it should not be part of that role. So if he's at any case he's part of that workspace, then role level security will not work. That's what I proposed, but again I was wrong that time. Now I realize that viewer role or not part of the workspace can work for that. Okay, but if you just go for contributor role or any other role, that won't work because that we have already tested. Ankaraj and Samir was able to see all the things. I can see in viewer role. Perfect. Okay. Okay. So right. So viewer role or not part of workspace role. Why viewer role is working? Because viewer role cannot see the data set. That's what you see. When I go back here, the this is who is this guy? This is part of XRLS. Okay, let me go here, and you see you don't have anything like data sets or anything. You see, you just only can see the reports. So obviously, then RLS will work. Okay, so to implement RLS, you write down the note. Okay, to implement RLS should not be part of the workspace, should not be part of the workspace, or at least your role. Okay, so then only it will work, otherwise it will not work. That is the condition number one. Basically why it is not working, because you give RLS for the end users. Okay, you will give RLS for end users, right? So that is the reason RLS only can work for um, users. And why not working for others? Because they are able to see the data set. If they are able to see the data set, then everything they can see. There's no meaning of RLS. Hope it's clear.